All right. How's everybody doing today? We have small business news here on April 17th. My name is Ryan Howe. I'm a professional business coach. I work with small businesses, grow them faster than I ever thought possible. Learn more at summitbusinessguys.com. We'll take a look at that in a second. So today's got a lot of good information to cover today. Find my little notepad here. Yeah, these days are always interesting. One, being we had terrible weather last night, so it was keeping me up. But two, it's that time of year where we're starting to get information about what's happened in the first quarter as far as new businesses, what the prognosis looks like for the rest of the year. Everybody's trying to think and make their decisions on their capital outlays. So you're starting to see some information flow. So over the next few months, I'm going to have some great information for you. And this information that I cover in here is what I share with my clients on a daily basis. I have a feed. I go through, look, and I'm researching to find things that are pertinent for them. And then here, I share some of that information with you. So with that, again, want to learn more about what I do, go here, summitbusinessguys.com. You can get some of the companies that I work with here. I'm out of West Michigan. Again, process I use, you can follow me on Facebook. You can see I do the same broadcast on Facebook every day as well. So again, just something to check out. But with that, we're going to be covering today a record number of new businesses were started last year. And so want to get into some of the details behind that and why that is. I mean, there's goodness in that, but also there's things to be concerned about as well, too, in those numbers. There is the president of the NFIB, the National Federation of Independent Businesses, did basically an op-ed today in the Wall Street Journal, or yesterday, excuse me. And so we're going to read through that about the small business taxes that are out there and whether or not that's going to be happening. And then the third piece here is just something local here in Michigan with our local chamber in Mason County, the Chamber Alliance Mason County. They've just recently launched their Momentum program for small businesses, and it's a mentoring program. So I want to cover that mainly because there are Momentum, these type of small business mentorship programs in every single chamber. So I thought it'd be good for us to go through and take a look at it, get some education on it, and see how you liked it. So with that, let's get into it here. By the way, if you're not currently following me on Summit Business Guides, highly recommend you do a subscribe. I think you'll like it. I do business stuff, but I also do gardening stuff. These two, this is a mix between my two latest shorts that I have, and then this recently, I installed solar panels on my shed, which was pretty much dead. It was a live video. It's 2.5 hours. And for some reason, it started picking up a little traction for whatever reason. But again, feel free to give me a follow. I think you'll like it. All right, so let's start here, though. We're going to start on this end right here, which is business boom. Record numbers of people are starting up new small businesses. Again, this is by May Anderson. Again, links to all of these videos are in the description. So if you want to come and check it out for yourself, spend a little more time on it, please do. Definitely like to send traffic over to folks, especially the individuals that spent the time to write this thing. So May Anderson here with AP. Record numbers of people are starting new businesses, and more of them are women and minorities, according to a new study. New business applications jumped in 2020 as the pandemic started, right? Rightfully so. And have continued to be filed at a record pace. More than 5 million applications were filed in 2021, 2022, and a record 5.5 million new business applications were filed in 2023. So they surveyed, payroll firm Gusto surveyed 1,300 owners who started their business last year to discover their characteristics. So women made up 49% of new business owners surveyed. That's in line with the past several years, but up starkly from 2019 when just 29% of new business owners were women. That's a good news story. We want to have that. Let's get those ladies, get out there and open those businesses. However, women do not receive as much interest from investors as men. In 2023, just 3% of women entrepreneurs received a private capital investment to start their business, compared to 9% of male entrepreneurs. Topic for another day, and you can research it. There's plenty of videos on YouTube and articles out there to explain why that is. All that being said, the best known practice and what I've seen here, and we're talking again about the African American numbers here in a second, and Hispanics, but what is happening is what should be happening. I would expect that if the disparity that exists between the capital, and again, these women have good ideas for businesses, but for whatever reason they're not getting capital. For those individuals who want to support that, they are creating capital funds specifically for women entrepreneurs. and you see those exist, and they're out there, and they're being utilized, and they're becoming more and more prevalent. So this is one of the things where it's great to see if there's an issue that you don't like, talk with like-minded people, come up with a way to solve it and fund it, which is what's happening. Now, Black entrepreneurs made up 6% of new business owners in 2023, double the 3% rate seen before the pandemic, and Hispanic entrepreneurs made up 13% of new owners compared to 8% last year. So a lot of good stuff there. Now, this is the part where, when I was mentioning, there was a bit of things to be concerned about with that, though, and this is where I mean. Meanwhile, more businesses are being started as side hustles or businesses that supplement day jobs. 44% of entrepreneurs who started a business in 2023 did so while working another job, either part-time or full-time, up from 27% in 2022. So that is a completely rational thing to see, where with inflation being where it's at. It's not that inflation's gone down, it's just plateaued, and it's actually through the rest of the year. Just saw some numbers come out today from my macro economic service that we're going to be higher for longer than people think, including we should have another uptick coming up here, a pretty significant uptick towards Q3, Q4, and into Q1 of 2025. So buckle up, folks. Higher for longer is here, which means people are having to make ends meet, and they have some extra time. Instead of going out with their friends possibly or doing those things, they're starting businesses. And they're filling the void left by businesses that maybe don't have the people to provide certain services. They may have idea for products, whatever it is. You're seeing more and more side jobs, side hustles are popping up. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. The vast majority some of the most popular businesses that are out there right now, they started as somebody's idea and a small little thing they were playing with, and eventually they got a few clients, and wow, all of a sudden they had a business, and it started as a side hustle. So there's nothing wrong with them. It's just understanding that the percentage that are making up of new businesses is pretty high that are side hustles, which in the long run, which is great because we're getting a lot of that new minds, new ways of thinking. We're going to find some really great businesses are going to come out of that. But on the flip side of that also is going to lead to, again, it's a symptom of basically of where we're at with inflation, is what it is, folks. So you're going to see more and more people having to invest their own personal time in order to basically make ends meet. So with that, let's get to the next spot here, which was our NFIB President Brad Close in the Wall Street Journal, make the small business deduction permanent. And this is again for NFIB here. And if you haven't ever spent time looking at their website or aren't a member, do so. Spend some time taking a look at them. They put a lot of great information out there. It's one of the areas I spend time at to take a look when I want to see certain information. They do a really good job. So with this, this is an excerpt from the full article, which there's a link at the bottom of this article. So we're just going to hit the highlights here. All right, today in the Wall Street Journal, the Wall Street Journal published an editorial from NFIB President Brad Close discussing the importance of the 20% small business deduction for Main Street businesses nationwide. Close urges Congress take action and pass the Main Street tax. These names. The Main Street tax to ensure the small businesses can grow and thrive. So Close writes, the deduction, which about 9 in 10 small businesses use, allows for a 20% deduction of qualified business income. It's the biggest tax cut for small businesses in history, helping level the playing field against large corporations. Its savings have helped small businesses create jobs, raise wages, and grow in a crucial time for our economy. Small businesses don't need a cycle of uncertainty every few years, worrying if Congress... Can you imagine that if we just went 5 years without the tax code changing? They just said, we're going to let this sit for 5 years and see how things look. And you could plan for that. Wouldn't that be amazing? Anyways, certainly every few years, worrying if Congress will or will not protect their relief. They need the confidence to continue investing, expanding, and improving their communities. The best way to give them that confidence is to make the small business deduction permanent. There's already a bipartisan bill to make it happen. The Main Street Tax Certainty Act. Congress should pass it immediately. Again, with this, the NFIB has recently released a top 10 priorities of 2024, which included making the small business deduction permanent as its top priority. The Main Street Tax Certainty Act, which would make the 20% small business deduction permanent, was introduced in the U.S. Senate by Senator Steve Daines, Republican from Montana, and in the House of Representatives by Lloyd Smucker, Republican of Pennsylvania. Yes, those Smuckers. And then Henry Cuellar, I think it's Cuellar. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Democrat from Texas. So you can see the full op-ed down here is in the link here at the Wall Street Journal. But wanted to just bring this up again, as that is another one of the things that we are constantly dealing with. My clients with their small businesses is the constant change within the regulation and the tax authority. So anything they can do to solidify that and firm that up is going to be welcome. So if you have a vested interest in this as a small business owner, highly recommend just give your, send a little note off to your congressperson, your representative, and let them know that this is something that they should consider. Don't just leave it up to your chamber and your other local areas. Hearing from small business owners has an absolute effect when it comes to your local leaders. Okay, let's get into our last bit here, which is going to be, this is from the my local chamber. I'm a member of a couple here, but this is my home county's chamber, the Chamber Alliance of Mason County. I love the name, Chamber Alliance. And it's because we need I'm from a rather rural area in Michigan where I moved back here, and the population density is in one side, west side of the county, right up against the lake, and inward it's pretty rural. So there isn't enough, large enough set to have their own independent chamber. So they've basically handled for the entire county, which is great. So with this, I just wanted to highlight this here about what they have here. It's the Momentum Accelerator. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. There we go. Available to members and non-members. So this is open for anyone within the community to be able to hop on here. Oh man, we got a thunderstorm coming through. Sorry about that. Anyways, Chamber Alliance of Mason County offers free confidential business mentoring to entrepreneurs and small businesses. The Momentum Accelerator program connects you with experienced mentors who offer guidance, advice, and practices to help you start or expand your business. To be clear on this, I am not a mentor in this group. I am a chamber member. So this is my chamber, but beyond that, I'm not sponsored or anything. I just wanted to highlight this because of what it does. So our network of business mentors expertise in various areas such as business planning, marketing, finance, accounting, management, technology. Sessions can be done in person or online, whatever is convenient and fits your needs. Whether you're just starting or looking to grow your existing business, our mentors are here to support you every step of the way. Your local chamber is going to have some version of this. Reach out to them, find out what it looks like. If you're in a business, if you're a small business owner, if you're in business and you do not have a mentor or mentors to reach out to just bounce ideas off of, look into getting them. They're fantastic. I've had mentors for quite a few years, and I'm a mentor to many, outside of my clients, just some pro bono folks that I work with, but also just some young men and women who are around the country, around the globe, actually, that when they have advice, they're concerned, they have questions, they just reach out to me and ask, hey, do you have a few minutes? And that's my responsibility as a mentor, to be there to help support. So this is real great that they have it here, so you can request a mentor. Now, if you want to become a mentor, if you are a small business owner watching this, thank you very much. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Hit the notification bell too, so that way when I go live, you know that I'm here. And if you have questions, I answer them in the chat when they happen. So that's definitely a thing. Now with this, if you want to become a mentor and you are a business owner who has basically made it through the first couple hurdles, and now you're in your growth phase after you've, stabilized your overall business, that's a great time to be a mentor. Don't wait until you are in your 60s or, not the end of your career. It's not the time to start being a mentor. You want to be a mentor when you are just past the phase where people are needing you. So like in this case, this is for brand new entrepreneurs. You want to get when you're in your growth phase, because they want to get to the point where they've stabilized their business. So you're going to have relevant data and information and be very helpful. So with that, the Chamber Alliance of Mason County is always seeking to grow our network of business mentors. Experienced business leaders and entrepreneurs interested in becoming volunteer mentors may contact the Chamber Alliance Mason County below. They got a link here. This is an excellent opportunity to give back to Mason County business, to the Mason County business community by sharing your expertise and helping someone else grow. All areas of expertise are sought, but currently the program is speaking expertise in law, e-commerce, online marketing, website building, which this makes sense here for these right here. E-commerce, online marketing, website building. In my area, we are a tourist area. Matter of fact, we just Ludington, just the town to my west, where this is located, won the USA Today tops, the best historic small town in the country. They won that one, so we're going to see another uptick in people wanting to learn more about Ludington and coming here. So be able to take advantage of the online marketing, website building, but also that e-commerce, because when people come here, they love it here. We have a lot of people move here after vacationing here. That e-commerce allows them to get a little bit of taste of home. Again, like one of my pro bono folks that I help out with, say small is a bakery, and we want to get their e-commerce up so that people can order their delicious treats. So a lot of good stuff there. Last thing, I just want to look at the frequently asked questions here. If I can get it to open, there we go. Google Docs doing your thing. All right, so with this, that's just how do you set up. I wanted to do this part here. What can I expect during my first session? And this is an extremely important part of this. During your session, you will discuss your business goals and challenges. Your mentor will ask you questions about what is working in your business and what's not, and seek to understand what you are hoping to achieve. The mentor will provide answers to your business questions, connect you to local and national resources, and recommend workshops and events to help you fill any knowledge gaps that might exist. Regardless of your industry, our mentors are knowledgeable in all areas of business and can answer your questions about popular topics such as sales, marketing, finance, accounting, management, and technology. And the other two spots I want to hit here are, if at any point you need a different expert because you need different expertise, or if you don't feel your mentor is the best fit, you can request additional support from other advisors in our network. That's so very important to make sure that you as a business owner and you find your mentor, you got to mesh. You really do. There's people that I've worked with in the past. I tried to work with them and we just didn't connect in a way that was beneficial to either of us. We were making it work instead of what it should be, a strong connection of mutual respect. And it wasn't like there was anything bad. So I reached out and to my peer group, and I was like, "Hey, yo, I got this individual, and I've done this a few times. I started with them, but I'm just not the right fit. Is anybody interested? Would like to get coffee?" And I've done those coffee introductions, handed them off to somebody else to make sure they're going to be successful. Because at the end of the day, as a mentor, that's what you want. So if you find it that you're not a good fit, just help them find somebody else. It's okay. End of the day, we're here to help. And lastly, are my mentoring sessions confidential? Business mentors cannot sign any client's confidentiality agreements or any non-disclosure agreements, but the client's confidentiality is covered in the volunteer agreement with this program. And with that, that's just another thing just keep in mind here is that there's a level of trust that has to happen with mentorship. And that's all they're saying is that when you come as a mentee to ask questions, to learn and try to do better with this, you want to know that when you're, opening up, that's going to be held private and confidential. And that's so very important as a mentor. Just remember that trust that you're building with folks. But if you're looking for that, I can promise you those discussions are going to be kept confidential. For me and the work that I do with my clients as a small business, as a business guide and business coach, when I talk with them and I need to go outside for advice, I let them know ahead of time, like, hey, I need to go and speak with somebody because I'm not the expert in this. I'm not the expert in a lot. But I have a whole bunch of folks that I know and I can connect people with that I trust and have done really good work for me. So what I do is I will let them know and I go out and go talk to that expert and then I come on back and we make it happen. So that's what I have for small business news today here on April 17th, 2024. Just a reminder of things that we discussed here. We did talk about the large number, the largest 5.5 million new businesses were opened in the country last year. In the U.S. last year in 2023. However, there is a large number of those, largest yet, that are side hustles. And that speaks more to inflation and the impact on people who are having to invest more of their time rather than in relaxation, they're doing work. More jobs, side hustles they have to have. So just keep that in mind. That is the thing that's out there. It's good. In some ways, it's not good in others for various reasons. But I'm holding out hope that we'll see that number come down a little bit on the side hustles as we figure out how to get the compensation right and everything else here with across the board, right? And also the spending. We got to find that balance here. The other piece that we talked about was the NFIB president, Brad Close, and his discussion basically about making sure that the 20% small business tax break is made permanent. There's a tax act that is out there currently, so please reach out to if some of you interest you, reach out to your elected officials and say support that. All right. And lastly, we just covered here with the Chamber Alliance of Mason County, the Momentum Accelerator, which is their, it's the mentor-mentee network that they have here. So really good. If you get an opportunity to mentor, or if you're in need of that, reach out to your local chamber and see what they have. I promise you they can connect you with somebody that will be very beneficial to help you. So with that, again, my name is Ryan Haum, a business coach. So you can learn more about what I do at summitbusinessguys.com, see some of the businesses that I work with, just a small sampling of them there across the board. I work with Pinnacle, is the business operating system of choice that I use, and that is allows me to basically do a custom business operating system for you, if that's what you're interested, but also for my clients. Everyone's a little bit different. It helps me with my concierge service that I offer. When you go to the website, you'll also see my most recent Facebook post here, which you can see this. This is my post, the one I'm currently doing live for you. I do it live on Facebook as well. On Facebook there. One of my more current videos is up here. If you're not currently following me, make sure you subscribe. You will see some my business videos for sure that are on here. And in this case, this one is basically the talent funnel for applicants, the ones that I recommend for my clients and have them set up so they get the wrong people out of the funnel and the right people in. It's pretty successful. Just a warning though, you will see if you do, which I hope to earn your subscription, obviously, but just a warning, I do live streams for my garden and a lot of gardening stuff and home DIY stuff also on this channel as well too. So just FYI, you're going to see a little bit of both. Like I said, you're going to see me one where I installed a solar power system on my my garden shed last weekend. It was a 2.5 hour live stream where I was just chatting with people and doing that. But so just beware, that'll show up on there also. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Again, please make sure you like, subscribe this, and share this if you've found value in this. And I will see you tomorrow.